Welcome to exclusive live coverage of the Fibre Youth Parade on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast is made possible by these fine sponsors: Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso, The Golfer's Edge, Auto Mocha, Bay Equity Home Loans, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Apple Valley Honda, the Allville Fruit Company, Merry Maids, the Antique Mall in Kashmir, Collins Fashions, Schmidt Electric, and Tacos Shava. And now let's go live to the roof of Bella Bistro alongside 1974 Queen Julie Agins Kuntz. Here's NCWLIFE Channel's Eric Grandstrom.
And welcome here to NCWLIFE's live coverage of the 2018 Fibre Youth Parade along with Julie Agins Kuntz. I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCWLIFE channel, coming to you live from atop the roof here at Bella Bistro. And thanks again to the gang at Bella Bistro for providing us this wonderful opportunity to be here and to have this view of the gathering crowds on this chilly Saturday,
it's
Julie.
Very chilly and it's windy.
It is windy,
yeah.
and but the crowds are here.
They are.
And we've got a plethora of people all around here that have been scrambling to get you ready for this broadcast here today. So we'll go ahead and go around the horn here on our cameras. We've got Dan Kuntz that's high up above in the scissor lift. Thanks to the gang at Star Rentals for providing us the scissor lift again this year. And thanks to Nancy's Party Rentals and Sales for the roof above us here with our canopy. Dina and the gang at Nancy's always come through for us, so we appreciate that. But we've got Dan Kuntz that's high. He'll be looking up the parade route here on Orondo Street. And again, if you're coming downtown, you can't, basically,
right.
because the parade route is closed off.
Yes, it is.
They will be starting the parade here just any moment here from the top of Orondo Street at Triangle Park. That's the official start location where they'll come down Orondo Street and they'll hang a left on Mission.
Mission.
Right, hang a left on Mission and then go down to the finish line. The youth parade a little bit shorter than the grand parade, and that's to try to save the kiddos a little bit. Our broadcast here brought to you today by the Antique Mall of Kashmir. Come find your treasure. Antique Mall of Kashmir has something for everyone. 15,000 square feet to explore. You'll find antiques and collectibles open every day, 9 to 7. Come find your treasure today. Also by Apple Valley Honda. Stop by Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee, where every new Honda comes with a lifetime warranty. Like them on Facebook, and also find them at applevalleyhonda.com. Also by Auto Mocha. What's your Auto Mocha emergency? Get your day going and stay going at any one of 6 Auto Mocha stands around our valley. Hot drinks, cold drinks, breakfast, stop in at Auto Mocha. We have a ton of sponsors here today, and we're trying to get the cabling working here with Grant Olson. Let's do this live. Go ahead, Grant, and see if we can get him. And I'm still not hearing him for whatever reason, so still not getting you for the time being, but in the meantime, we've got Rachel Sullivan, who's out on the end of our broadcast pier here on the roof above Bella Bistro. She's got one of our cameras. We've got her with a nice view of Memorial Park and the crosswalk here. That I love how the city crews really come through, Julie, each year and freshen everything up as far as the paint is concerned. And also, as you're traveling around the parade route, look for those apples, because that tells a particular band that's when you're supposed to play.
No, I have to give it up to the city of Wenatchee, because Apple Blossom basically takes over, and they cater to us, and they have just been wonderful, and we so appreciate them. So
absolutely.
I know you might complain because the street's blocked off, but we thank you for the city crew that put up the blocks and all of the cones and and paint the streets and get it ready for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at our different views here, we also have Megan McPherson, who's down street level, and she's going to get a good perspective of the kids and all the parade entrances they come by. We've got, 70, almost a little less than 70 entries for the parade, for the Fibre Youth Parade. So it's going to be a great parade no matter what the weather. And you know what, Julie? It's actually warming up a little bit.
It is.
Sun's trying to come out. It's going to be a glory. You know what? I'll bet by the time we finish the parade, sun's going to be out. Everybody's going to be flooding into Memorial Park for food at the food fair. We've got entertainment on the stage.
In the park, yes.
Oh, goodness.
And if you're an adult, the beer garden will be open.
Yeah.
It might be open now. I'm not sure.
I think it's at noon.
Okay,
I think at noon. They
okay.
wait at least for that.
We do have to wait for it, yes.
So while we have a moment while we're we're waiting for the parade to come down our way. We've got a ton of folks that we need to thank for bringing us the broadcast here today. So thanks also to Allville Fruit Company, where passion meets flavor for 90 years. Allville Fruit Company's passion has and continues to be to deliver top dessert quality fruit to its consumers all over the world. Allville Fruit Company, where passion meets flavor. Also at Bay Equity Home Loans, they understand your working schedule and hours are your hours. If you have any questions regarding the home loan process, call 888-0466. Bay Equity Home Loans, your home for loans. Also by Boswell's Home Furnishings. They have something for any room of your home, cabin, apartment. Boswell's complimentary design service. Your vision is their passion at Boswell's Home Furnishings. So we are expecting Miss Vidal for this particular parade too. I know the Miss Vidal flies over for the
weekend,
grand parade.
I haven't heard word that she's out for this weekend. It's been a little windy, so I'm not sure.
Well, speaking of the wind, it's kind of deterred us from being able to do our drone coverage here today. Yes. So unfortunately, we're less the drone, but hopefully for the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade next Friday, and then the Milk Growers Grand Parade next Saturday, we'll have the drone up and flying around and be able to give you that view from above as Monica waves up to say hi as we come to you live here from atop Bella Bistro, and we thank the folks at Bella Bistro under new management.
Yes.
So that was fun to get to meet Pete and get to know them a little bit. They are originally from the west side, but he's been coming here since he was a kid. His dad worked for Burlington Northern, and he said that I just can't wait to retire to come here full time.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they were a little surprised when they found out, oh, by the way, we'd like to use your roof again. Like, what?
Yeah. They heard about Apple Blossom. They just didn't know exactly what was involved.
And the question was, are we going to be busy? Oh, yes.
Yeah, just a little bit. Lunch, espresso, pastries, all here at Bella Bistro as we get ready for the parade. And, of course, the youth parade, Julie. How long have we been doing the youth parade now? I should have looked up that
I should have looked that up, too, and I don't know, but it's been at least
20 years at least,
right?
More
than that.
Oh, okay.
It's been longer than that since I was Apple Blossom.
The 99th year of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. And I was talking with some of the Apple Blossom folks, and we were kind of heralding Apple Blossom as the oldest festival in Washington. I guess that's not true.
I did not
It's the second oldest festival in Washington. There is an irrigation festival.
Doesn't count. That does not count.
Yeah, so the Irrigation Festival over in Western Washington is actually the oldest. It's got us by like 5 or 10 years.
Oh, whatever.
So,
I do know that the tradition for the youth parade, though, was originally to have it the day before Grand Parade on Friday, and local schools would close, and they would have a parade Friday for the youth, and then turn around Saturday morning and put on the Grand Parade. So that went on for many, many years.
Okay. So. I think I honestly remember that.
Well, I remember getting out of school on Friday to come to the youth parade. Okay. So that's
now. I should mention that I am with royalty here today. Julie Agins Kuntz was the queen back in. We'll just say a while ago.
Oh, well, it's okay. 1974.
1974.
So before you were born.
Now, we should talk about that. Was that back in the day when you had 10 on the royal court?
No.
Okay.
We just had a queen and 2 princesses.
Oh, okay.
So Adele,
so it was a little later down the line that there was 10.
It was in the 80s.
And then they scaled that back.
Yes, 80s. We had some low numbers of girls running, so they kind of decided, well, maybe having the 9 as princesses would help, and it just kind of turned into, it was really difficult to transport 10 girls everywhere.
Yeah.
Businesses didn't want to donate that much as far as wardrobe, so.
Sure.
So
they took that money and put it towards the scholarships for all the 10 who participate.
Yes.
And we will have the top 10, I understand. We do have the youth, the junior royalty.
The junior royalty,
and the, I guess, senior royalty will also be in the parade today, so we're looking forward to that. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you by, as you hear the wind kicking up again here at our microphones.
Holding on.
Yeah, hold on for dear life, is brought to you by Collins Fashions. Happy spring from Collins Fashions. They are so ready for your lifestyle, event, or vacation time. Find your style and be pampered, all at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee. Also by Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso in the heart of Apple Country on Highway 97. Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso, cafe-style deli, fresh shakes, local wines, and in-season fruit, open daily. Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso. Also by Mary Maids, been serving the greater Wenatchee Valley since 1998. Their cleaning services are thorough, consistent, and customized. Call Mary Maids today, 663-1710. Relax. It's done. It's Mary Maids. We're about 10 minutes into the broadcast, and it usually takes about 15 or 20 minutes for the first part of the parade, although I do hear sirens.
I hear sirens,
in the
and
distance.
I do see some lights flashing up the top of Rondo Street.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I do see some lights up there as well. Our location here atop Bella Bistro, right across from Memorial Park. And if you've never been to the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, this is Festival Central location. This is where you get the entertainment in the park. This is where you find the food. And, of course, we've positioned ourselves in a location where we're downwind from every food you could possibly smell all at one time.
And we can't get down there to get the food.
I know, it's killing. The kettle corn is right next to us here in the parking lot, and I remember that last year. It just killed us all day long to be up here broadcasting.
Can I give a plug for the Apple Blossom app? If you want to know what's happening here at Apple Blossom and live up-to-the-minute information, download the Washington State Apple Blossom app. It is free. You can find coupons for the food fair. You can find traffic information. So lots of great stuff for free. I support that. Crunch Pack is the one that sponsored our app this year, and people are loving it. Dan's used it a whole bunch to use food fair
I know.
coupons,
He's been getting coupons every day and been bragging about his coupons.
Yes.
So, the Apple Blossom app. Be sure and go online to your app store. Download the Washington State Apple Blossom app, brought to you by Crunch Pack. And as we get close to the parade coming our way, speaking of the Miss V-Doll, I do see the Miss V-Doll up from our broadcast location looking towards Saddle Rock right now. Here comes Miss V-Doll, the plane, the actual plane, or the replica, I should say, of the plane that made the first trans-Pacific flight from Misawa, Japan, and landed. It was supposed to land not in East Wenatchee, but ended up having to because of fog and clouds and everything else. It just kept going and going and going, and landed up at on Fancher Heights. And you can see what the wind is doing to Miss V-Doll right now, having to go at a cant.
I'm glad I'm not the pilot in that plane right now, or riding in that plane.
So I guess our official first entry to the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade here for 2018 is the Miss V-Doll flying high above us here. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Schmidt Electric and Automation Systems, has been serving the Pacific Northwest since 1960. Contact us today for your electrical needs. Also by Taco Shava. In the mall and in Entiat, you'll love the fresh, authentic flavors of Taco Shava. Try their new Camarons in many styles. For traditions, favorites like the carne asada, try Tacos Shava today. Also, the Golfer's Edge is moving in June. Ed and Tanya would like to thank you for the decades of support. Ed will be continuing to offer club repair and lessons, but at Highlander Golf Course.
That's awesome.
So they are moving
wonderful.
up there in June, so just keep that in mind for the gang at the Golfer's Edge. And we appreciate everybody being a part of our broadcast here today on the NCWLIFE channel. We should mention again that we will have live coverage of the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade coming up next Friday. We'll be along Grant Road at our in front of our local tel offices to do that broadcast. And we'll have Grant Olson and Brent Crowder from Town Nissan.
There you go.
He's a car guy, so we thought, why not have a car guy do that? So Brent Crowder's going to join us for that broadcast. We appreciate Brent being willing and able to do that for us. And then next Saturday, a week from today, we'll be up here again on top of Bella Bistro with Julie and yours truly to do the Milk Growers Grand Parade here on the NCWLIFE channel as well, which we are broadcasting live on Facebook. So hi, everybody that's watching us on Facebook right now. And we see the first part of the parade coming our way, Julie.
It's always exciting.
We always give some free advertising during our coverage of the parade to Evergreen Optical and the Plaza Superjet because you certainly see the signs in the foreground of the parade as it comes down our way. And one thing about the parade, and I know people need to get to where they need to go, but I hope everybody's safe about crossing in front of the parade as it's coming by. Especially coming up next weekend when we get that motorcycle troop that comes through and does their thing. I mean, they are flying down the parade path, and we certainly don't want anybody to get hurt.
And a shout out to our parade marshals. They work really hard to try to control who's crossing the street and when. And I know they've had some difficult moments the last several years. So if you see a parade marshal, please respect them. They're trying to keep you safe, even though I know you're trying to get somewhere. So shout out to all those volunteers who've given their time and energy to help make this festival successful.
Absolutely. As we are, it took them about 15 minutes to get down here. That's not too bad. So we our first part of the parade coming into view here and kicking off the 99th annual Apple Blossom Festival Youth Parade is the Wenatchee Police Department and the VIPs, the VIPs, Volunteer and Police Service. And that's the first vehicles you see is the Miss Venal high above, making another swing around to come down the parade route. And I love the pomp, I love the circumstance, love the bands, love the kids, love to see the faces of everybody smiling brightly as we get ready for the parade here. Now, the weather, I think, has impacted our turnout here today at Memorial Park. I think
it is a little low.
We had the winds last night. I was surprised. I was over at the TV station, and I could hear the wild turkeys playing about a half mile away because the wind was blowing the sound my way. So plenty of entertainment coming up again today at Memorial Park at the main stage here. As we see, next up, Julie, we have the Scouts.
Yes, we do. We're honored to have the Cub Scouts of America carrying the American flag and their pack flag today. So always fun to see these young men and women, if they're there, to, representing our country and their pack clubs. And always fun for them because they're at the start, the beginning of the parade.
They've got a phone number if you want to learn more about Scouts. It's 662-5501. And you can learn more about how you can be a part of Cub Scouts here in the greater Wenatchee Valley and throughout North Central Washington. Appreciate having the Cub Scouts, as always, be part of our Kai's Fibre Youth Parade. Wind still picking up here, but blue skies trying to
peek through.
Get a little sunshine here on the parade route today. As you see the Scouts come across our nice, brightly painted sidewalk here between the corner at Bella Bistro here on Orondo Avenue across to Memorial Park.
It's amazing what that fresh coat of paint does for those.
It really does.
Lines. It really makes a difference.
Here on the corner of Orondo and Methow here in the Wenatchee Valley. Next up is our sponsor for the Youth Parade. Let's welcome the Youth Parade sponsor, Kai's Fibre, leading and innovative packaging company whose molded fiber products and services are focused on the fruit and vegetable industries in Eastern Washington. Kai's Fibre, I didn't know this, has been in the Valley since 1956.
Wow.
They've participated proudly for the last 24 years in the activities that support the community we live and work in. Their employees and their children and grandchildren are participating in making Apple Blossom Youth Parade an exciting event for Kai's Fibre, and thanks to Kai's Fibre for sponsoring the Youth Parade once again this year.
Exactly. We certainly appreciate them and their sponsorship.
And a nice, brightly colored float, if you will, being pulled by a vehicle from Kai's Fibre here down the parade route.
And
next up, Julie.
Yes, well, we had a little peek. I was a little nervous, but here they are, the 2018 Junior Royalty riding on the festival's Princess Float, sponsored by Stimilk Growers and Wenatchee Apple Shippers. Queen Rachel Carter is from Valley Academy of Learning. Princess Farrah Moody is from Sterling Middle School, and Princess Ava Smeller is from Washington Elementary. The Junior Royalty invite everyone to come to the Pepsi-Cola Youth Day tomorrow at Memorial Park and to help continue the celebration of youth in our valley. Aren't they just, I should say, like to say adorable, but they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
They are so beautiful.
And
they are so
and
excited. They are so excited to be in the parade and right on the float.
Well, I love that float. That's the old float for the Senior Royalty, correct?
Yes, we use that for traveling because it's not for the smaller festivals because it's just not as hard to move. So.
Well, and appropriate to have our first float be our royalty.
I agree.
The 2018 Kai's Fibre Youth Parade coming to you live here from atop Bella Bistro. And next up we have the 2018 finalists for the Junior Royalty Program. The 6 finalists were chosen from 82 essays turned in by 5th graders and the Wenatchee and Eastmont School Districts. Riding in the first car is Kylan Urton from Sterling Middle School and Noelle Hill from the River Academy. They're being driven by Tom Lewis in his 2001 Ford Mustang.
And following them from John Newberry Elementary are Finesse Seegers and Sahali Mailer. And these 2 finalists are driven by Ken Klingon-Smith in his 2001 Ford Mustang.
Love to have the Mustangs here.
It's a nice car.
And another Mustang. Last but certainly not least, finalists Madison Wright and from Washington Elementary and Ellie Mayfield from Lewis and Clark Elementary. They're being driven by Rex King in his 2007 Roush Mustang.
Lots of Mustangs today.
See them in the classy chassis coming up next week. You bet.
Now they are following our junior royalty finalists is the Dr. Schroeder of Children's Dentistry. They're driving the Smile Bug along with her fun team and their families walking along. Schroeder Bear is riding in style with Dr. Kara. And the Tooth Fairy always spreads her best sparkle. So Dr. Kara helped sponsor our junior royalty program. We thank her for her sponsorship.
Absolutely. Next up, we have our first band, the Sterling Intermediate School Cougar Marching Band, led by Ray Dietz. Although Ray has led the Eastmont High School Band for 30 years, this is his first with Sterling. They'll be playing Eye of the Tiger throughout the parade route. Kind of give some love to the cheerleaders too.
Oh, I know. They look wonderful.
Yes.
There's almost more cheerleaders than band members.
No. Now, Julie, you'll see the little ribbons that are hanging from their instruments. What are those ribbons for?
Those ribbons are participation ribbons so that the parade marshals know not to kick any of those kids off the street, that they do have permission to be in the parade and be on the parade route.
Well,
so,
that's a good way
and
to
it's
do
also a fun souvenir for the kids to show that they were actually in the youth parade. It has the year 2018, so I have a collection of those at home somewhere in a scrapbook from back in the day.
As we see the cheer squad coming behind the band here for Sterling Intermediate School, the Cougar Marching Band. Next up, we've got representing Columbia Fruit Packers, who are celebrating 70 years of business in the Wenatchee Valley. The Wade family is not only proud of its own 4-generation history, but also of all the generations of families they have worked alongside in the orchards and the packing sheds. Welcome, Columbia Fruit Packers.
And hopefully next up is our Joyful Scholars Montessori School.
Yep.
Yep, there they are, making a joyful noise for the Joyful Scholars Montessori School. They are Wenatchee's only bilingual preschool through elementary. Students learn through hands-on experience in a unique environment and are known for their exuberance and kindness. Today, the Joyful Scholars Kids Save the World group are picking up trash along the parade route and separating them into designated trash and recycling wagons. So they're making this a community service project as well.
Do they call them pipe cleaners anymore? The little squiggly deals, you know? That,
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
They had them in their helmets and stuff, so I didn't know if that's appropriate to call them pipe cleaners or not.
It is.
Next up, we have the River Academy Classical and Christian School for grades pre-K through 12th. They represent make that Galatians, right?
Yes,
Galatians
yes.
5:22-23. Fruits of the Spirit. This entry was initiated and designed by River Academy seniors and includes 2 top 10 finalists from the 2018 Apple Blossom Royalty Pageant, Bryn Sherrill and Ariana Villafuerte. River Academy.
That's awesome.
I see mustaches on girls. What? Okay.
It must be a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, it's fun. That's what it
Sure.
is. It's all about fun.
It is all about fun.
Yes. And I love the school colors coming out proud there with the blue and the gold, like that. And the unicycles, too. I'd break my neck.
That's a long way to go on a
Yeah,
unicycle,
no,
but
that wouldn't
I'm
happen.
happy for them.
And next up, Room
Well,
to Bloom.
We have Room to Bloom. I'm not sure where she went, but right now on your screen you are seeing our 2018 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Queen, Greta Wiersma. Greta is glad to be here celebrating Apple Blossom, and she wants to know, how do you like them apples?
That's our theme, right?
It is our theme, and they're followed by our Apple Blossom princesses, Jessica Murray and Sophie Castillo. They are being driven in a Model T Ford, driven by Jean Clift.
Oh, they went on the screen here to the Room to Bloom preschool.
Oh, now we're back to Room to Bloom.
We can
Oh.
talk about that.
Yes, we
Located in
can.
East Wenatchee, making new discoveries every day. Room to Bloom preschool.
Our camera people are keeping us on our toes
I know
today.
they are. That's okay.
And there's Queen Greta once again, and she's been driven by Dr. Fred Deal and his amazing Model T.
Greta has been just a wonderful queen so far. I mean, she's only a couple months into it, but she's just doing fabulously.
Just warm-hearted and kind, and just is so excited to be Apple Blossom.
Of course,
Queen.
next up in the 2018 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, Princess Jessica Murray and Sophie Castillo. Jessica and Sophie are riding down the parade route in style in a 1918 Ford Model T driven by Gene Clift.
Yay.
There they are.
There they are.
Hello, ladies. And of course, we can't forget the chaperones.
No, we cannot. Never far behind the royalty are our 2018 royalty chaperones, second-year chaperone Siobhan Fryover, and first-year chaperone Wendy Fove. The chaperones provide the royalty with necessary skills and support to fulfill their royal duties. They escort the royalty to over 180 appearances each year. Siobhan and Wendy are riding in a 1968 Cadillac driven by Eric Holmberg. That Cadillac is a classic car. I've ridden in it before when I was Director General, so it's very special.
Oh, it's an older Cadillac.
It's an older one. Okay.
Sorry,
Did my brother tell you to say that?
Possibly. Our broadcast here as we wait for the next entry to come down closer to our cameras, brought to you by the Antique Mall of Kashmir. Come find your treasure. By Apple Valley Honda, home of the lifetime warranty. Automoca, what's your Automoca emergency? And Auville Fruit Company, where passion meets flavor.
Oh, coming into view now, Palisades 4-H Club. They are a hands-on learning and educational program to help kids learn new skills through hard work and responsibility, giving them the tools to help them succeed in life. Their projects include robotics, livestock, gardening, community service, and good old country fun. Way to go, Palisades.
Absolutely.
Way to represent.
Have you driven up Palisades before?
It's been years and years. I'll have to put it on my bucket list.
It's worth a drive, definitely. Following the 4-H Club, as we just see the last remnants of their particular entry with the balloons. Got to have balloons in a parade, too. It helps me stay from getting lost. I tie it to my waist, and I'm good to go. Marching along now is the Foothills Middle School Marching Band, led by Roy Mejia, and Brooke Bouchon is playing Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. Band is under the direction of Angela Richmond and is composed of 62 student members. Accompanying the band is Foothills Middle School Drill Team under the direction of Tracy Sleeper. Here you go, the Foothills Middle School Band and Drill Team. You want to get up and start dancing
it
around.
Really
Julie.
does.
Maybe I want to do that just because I'm freezing to death, but no.
Yes.
Great job by the drill team following the band down the parade route here in Orondo, just across from Memorial Park. As you see our crowd gathered here watching the festivities for the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade here live on the NCWLIFE channel.
Coming onto your screen now is Cascade Elementary School from East Wenatchee, Washington, and they would like to know, how about them apples?
How about them
apples? Kids. How about them apples? How about these kids getting up early on a Saturday morning? Well, maybe they were up, their parents are now up with them, and they brought them over here, and they're representing Cascade. So.
And if you've never been up at Triangle Park
my goodness.
before the youth parade, you talk about herding cats. Wow.
Linda Hagelin does an amazing job with her crew, let me tell you.
Next up, a big welcome to the 2018 Appalarian Chancellor, Brian Campbell and Lady Jody. The Appalarians are the hosting group for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Traveled to over 20 festivals throughout the Pacific Northwest. They also provide a $6,000 scholarship to the Apple Blossom Queen. Festival would not exist without these amazing people, and that is not an understatement.
No, it is not an understatement. They're amazing. They give so many hours of volunteer time and make our festival successful.
Following our Appalarian Chancellor Brian and Lady Jody, we have Numerica Credit Union. They believe in enhancing lives, fulfilling dreams, and building communities. Numerica proud to present this year's All-Service Club Luncheon coming up noon on Wednesday, featuring Como TV news anchor Dan Lewis.
It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
Yes. We'll have our cameras down there to record some of that on the NCWLIFE channel.
Well, it looks like this must be Kashmir. Am I?
Yep.
Okay, so Kashmir Middle School Band and Drill Team. Our neighbors in Kashmir. The marching band is led by drum major Sebastian Kelsenberg and Sydney Young. Today they will be playing That 60s Show, a favorite of mine, which is an arrangement of some of the best classic pop tunes ever. The band is preceded by the 5th through 8th grade Cashmere Middle School drill team. Welcome, Cashmere, to the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade.
Go Chieftains. Boy, they're walking with a purpose.
They are walking with a purpose.
Marching. I got to say
Well,
marching.
yes.
They're marching with a purpose. Oh, wait. We're going to get a little stoppage here.
Yeah,
So here we go.
no.
Let's listen in. You know what's fun too is if you're in the neighborhoods around these communities close to these schools, is they come marching through your
Yes,
street
they do.
next to your house all hours of the day. By the way, great job, Cashmere Middle School.
Next up, we have Prestige at Colonial Vista. They're thankful for they've been in the Wenatchee Valley for 50 years, and they offer a variety of services, including rehab, skilled nursing, independent living, and assisted living. Stop by and tour their campuses to see what Colonial Vista has to offer.
Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade here along Rondo Avenue. We're up on top of Bella Bistro. Thanks to the gang at Bella Bistro for providing us our broadcast location today. Also thanks to Nancy's Party Rentals and Sales for helping us with our coverage here as far as our literal coverage above our heads, providing the canopy. And Star Rentals for providing the scissor lift to get Dan Kuntz way up in the air.
And us up here as well.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't have gotten to the roof had it not been. Also, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry proudly brought to you today by Charter Spectrum, the best TV, internet, and voice. That's Charter Spectrum. Tom and Jerry. I miss those cartoons.
You know, I do too. Every now and then I try to find them on, I think, the Cartoon Network. Every now and then
Yes.
we'll throw some in there. So
Bugs Bunny,
Yes.
Roadrunner,
there they are. Tom
Wile E.
and Jerry.
Coyote, Tom and Jerry.
Well, I have to give a shout out to this next entry, Stage Kids of Washington. They are singing and dancing their way down the parade route with songs from their upcoming musical Aladdin Jr., which opens right after Guys and Dolls closes. So I have to give a shout out to my kiddos, Gabe and Abby Kimmel and Katie and Ainsley Shearer. They should be in that mess somewhere. And these kids have so much energy, and they are amazingly talented. So if you ever get a chance to see one of their shows, you need to do it. Tickets are on sale now at the Performing Arts Center, so come on out.
So that's right after Guys and Dolls.
We strike on Sunday the 13th, and they load in Sunday the 13th. So
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic. It's a great opportunity for these young kids who hone their talents and then go into high school and become them part of Wenatchee Music Theater.
You know, Julie, I forever proclaimed, being the tough sports guy that I am, that I really don't like musicals. But then I had a kid in a musical, and I had to be there.
Yep.
Begrudgingly, I went. I loved it.
See,
I loved it.
I'm telling you, it's catchy.
I almost said it was fabulous. Yeah, but it was good. So we need to help Megan a little bit with her camera angle because she's sideways. I think they need a little tripod help for Megan.
Poor Megan.
But so here comes your Aladdin crew.
There's the Aladdin crew.
Oh, all decked out in their,
They're in their
costumes,
costumes.
too.
They are.
Is there a magic carpet in this presentation?
I can't give away
Oh,
any of the secrets.
you're going to hold it tight to the vest there.
It's theater magic. I can't give it away.
And the kids are chanting something or singing
They're
as they
singing
come
the
by.
songs from, there's Abby.
Wow, that was fantastic. I should have turned that microphone up sooner. Way to go, Eric. After the Aladdin cast, I should say, we welcome Child Evangelism Fellowship, over 80 years ministry, which covers every continent in the world. This is the Story Barn, built in 1962, right here at 800 Rondo Avenue, as a matter of fact. They've been taking the Story Barn to county fairs and community events for the last 56 years.
That's
Welcome
amazing.
to the Story Barn. Boy, and there's a crush of kids following the Story
They
Barn.
are, and it must be Lincoln Elementary School. Dance and clap along with the Lincoln Elementary Garage Band as they make the best of their ABCs. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I've heard that song somewhere before.
I have heard
this
that.
one is for you, Denise Solom. I believe she's retiring this year. And
Oh,
she's
really?
been a teacher there for a long time.
Oh,
So
I think we got teachers in the back of that truck right now. Let's listen in. Got the kids, moms and dads,
that's
teachers.
a lot of people.
That is great participation. Brightly colored blue hats, blue shirts, green trim with Lincoln across the front of the shirts. Next up is a band. We've got our own Orchard Middle School Bulldog Band and Drill Team, who are led by the Director of Bands, Jeff Sandberg, and Drill Team Instructor, Brenda Webley. They're performing You've Got to Change Your Evil Ways by Carlos Santana. This arrangement by one of Wenatchee's own legendary music educator, Larry Benoit, I should say.
Gotta love some Santana on a Saturday morning.
I love these band instructors that are getting the kids into this older music, baby. Bulldog spirit there from the Orchard Middle School Bulldog and their drill team.
And up next we have St. Joseph's Catholic School, showing the 12 fruits of the Holy Spirit: charity, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, generosity, gentleness, faithfulness, modesty, self-control, and chastity. The serpent on the tree reminds us to choose the way of the Lord as to not spoil these fruits. And, by the way, how do you like them apples?
Love the apple tree they've got on the back
awesome.
of their float here. That'll come into view momentarily. As another wind gust threatens to blow us off the top of Bella Bistro here.
I must be getting older, but these kids have so much energy. I'm like,
oh, I know.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderful float. St. Joe's student show of the fruits of the Spirit.
And I love the crew behind them on their
scooters.
Nice. That's awesome.
Now, following St. Joseph's Catholic School, we've got the North Central Washington Volleyball Club. Local athletes that play volleyball tournaments in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, and Colorado currently have 14 teams from the ages of 12 to 18. They love the game of volleyball. Their goal is to have a girl or boy who wants to play volleyball on the court. Go to NCWVBC.com for more information. How would you like to bump set spike down a parade route?
Yeah, my arms would be bruised. No, thank you. So
no,
again.
wouldn't work for me. Our broadcast today brought to you in part by Bay Equity Home Loans, your home for loans. Also by Boswell's Home Furnishings, your vision is their passion. And Collins Fashions, welcome to spring in downtown Wenatchee.
Up next we have Lewis and Clark Elementary. The display includes 4 different dance groups that encompass a small representation of the variety of cultures proudly attending the school. It also includes the float, which was created by volunteer parents and staff. The school is the Wenatchee Valley's dual language school where all students learn both English and Spanish simultaneously to become career-ready individuals. Way to go, Lewis and Clark Elementary. My daughters went there, fifth grade.
Do you say it's an alma mater if it's an elementary school?
I think you have to if you went there.
Okay.
Just like
all right.
Columbia is mine.
Oh,
so,
okay.
well, and Grant.
All right.
So, you know.
I went to my hometown here recently, Cedar Woolley.
Oh, yes.
And my elementary school is still there. They had threatened to tear it down, but they left it up, not because it had anything to do with me. Mary Purcell Elementary. I was asking my dad, who's forever lived there. I said, who was Mary Purcell? He says, I have no idea.
Oh, well, we maybe need to research that.
Now, do we have OMAC? It doesn't look like OMAC maybe made it today. Is it the Forget-Me-Not Queens? Maybe.
Maybe it is.
I'll have to look and get a little help from our friends up above in the higher camera angle.
Well, we are not sure.
Possibly.
Possibly.
We've got a float here sponsored by Impact Auto Sales,
Yes,
apparently.
we do. So we'd like to give a shout out to them.
Sure. And this could be the Miss OMAC Miss Forget-Me-Not Queens? Possibly?
Possibly.
Oh, that's still part of Lewis and Clark.
Oh.
That's what that float is. Okay. That was still part of Lewis and Clark Elementary School. They got
Oh my
separated
goodness. They
by
did
quite a
get
bit.
separated. There was a parade route. Don't say that out loud. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Sorry, Darcy.
that didn't happen.
I didn't say that.
Here,
did not
I
say
see
that.
more of the purple, so we got more Lewis and
We've got
Clark
more of that.
coming down the parade route here.
I think that means every single kid in that school is in this parade today.
I think so. I think so, because there was a big contingent here earlier. So, congratulations to the gang at Lewis and Clark Elementary.
Yes.
Getting the turnout.
I was going to say they get the participation award.
So, I wonder what that conversation is in the schools. You know, you have to participate in the youth parade.
Well, to be honest,
you get to participate in the youth parade.
Do you want to? I don't know that they can require them on a non-school day. As an
That's true.
educator, I'm thinking
Probably. They just are highly encouraged to participate
Yes.
and show their school spirit by being in the 2018
Yes.
Kai's Fibre Youth Parade.
And remember, they get a participation ribbon and they get a treat at the end.
that's
so
right,
that's probably,
ice cream.
Well, I believe
Is it-
it's no longer ice cream.
Oh, what
we
is it?
changed it to fruit snacks
Oh,
or something because
well, okay.
ice cream was
All
getting
right.
a little,
Yeah, sure.
you know.
Yeah,
But,
and it melts on
and
the
it melts
hot
or,
weather.
yeah. So.
Okay.
I remember mentioned at a board meeting that was changing. So.
Here is the Miss Forget-Me-Not Queens.
Yay.
Representing the town of Omak. The new royalty were crowned on April 7th, and these queens have a heart for community service, want to raise awareness and funds for the Alzheimer's Association. They participate in monthly opportunities to visit local care facilities, perform community service, and raise money for their Wenatchee Walk to End Alzheimer's team. They see a brighter future with no Alzheimer's disease or dementia. And I, for one, who has a mother suffering from that right now, would like to echo that sentiment.
Yes, very much so.
Look at them.
They're so cute.
Oh, that is nice. As we see
Well,
the next band
here
coming
they
our
come.
way.
This is always one of my youth parade favorites. From Mukilteo, the Harbor Point Middle School Marching Hawks Band and Color Guard is made up of approximately 150 7th and 8th grade students. Last year, while performing at the Music in the Parks Festival in Idaho, the band received first place, earning a superior score. The band has earned many awards, and the band would like to thank the community of Wenatchee for the opportunity to perform today. So let's give a listen to Harbor Point Middle School Marching Band and Flag Team all the way from Mukilteo, Washington.
Smartly dressed, I might add.
Smartly dressed, and this does not sound like a middle school band. This sounds
No.
like a high school band.
Absolutely. And look how many kids.
It's bigger than the Eastmont High School marching band.
Well, they said 150.
Yeah, that's
I
a
believe
lot.
it.
That's a lot.
That's fantastic. That's every kid in the school, I think, as part of the band. I love that.
They made a long trip over this morning.
Yes, they did. And we appreciate those that participate from around the
We
state.
do,
that
because
come
it
here.
helps make this festival what it is. Very special.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got some people crossing the parade route right in front of Sunny Slope. And their theme this year, Sunny Slope Elementary Wolfpack Pride. Sunny Slope Elementary School serves approximately 304 K-5 students with 2 classrooms at each grade level. Sunny Slope has been serving students for over 100 years
Can you believe that?
in the Wenatchee Valley up on Sunny Slope. And of course, going with the theme, how do you like them apples? Sunny Slope, Sunny Slope. Oh, that's awesome.
They are adorable.
This has to be one of the fastest parades in the.
I guess because it's young kids and they're so excited. So speaking of fun and lots of energy, following Sunny Slope is sport gymnastics, which have been providing children with fun and fitness for 16 years. They improve children's coordination, strength, flexibility, and overall fitness. The competitive team just won their 9th state championship title since 2013.
Oh, we're doing backstands here.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, there they go. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see right there, I need a chiropractor really quick. Oh, the splits too. Oh, goodness. Yep.
Now they're just showing off.
Yeah, they. Yeah. Hey, Dad, watch me do this. Yeah.
Oh, my daughter did competitive gymnastics. It's an amazing program, and it's so good for these kids. It's difficult work. It's a lot of commitment.
And they're growing into very competitive and very successful older gymnastics competitors. So it's a great program, and I'm glad they've got that here in the Wenatchee Valley. Next up, we've got Teams Learning Center, Shade of an Apple Tree. The young children and families are from their nonprofit Early Learning Center right here in the Wenatchee Valley. They are sporting shades to bring awareness to sensitivity and inclusion. Listen to them sing their Teams Tree song and chant about their school pride. Teams Learning Center. Oh, yeah. Did you like that?
I like that. It was very good, Eric.
They got a bubble machine, too. I want one of those.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Hello, teams. Thanks for being part of the 2018 Kai's Fibre Youth Parade. As we broadcast it live here on the NCWLIFE channel, along with Julie Agins-Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom, and a cast of 10s here, bringing you the broadcast today here live atop Bella Bistro, right across from Memorial Park. Who do we have next here, Julie?
We have Wenatchee Valley Dental Village. Do your children need a dentist? Well, check out Wenatchee Valley Dental Village. They have been serving the children and teens in the Wenatchee Valley for over 17 years. They provide comprehensive dentistry with compassion, experience, dentistry.
Boy, and they're brave to have that helium-filled ball coming down the parade route right now. With the wind blowing the way it
they
is.
might like pick up that golf cart and float them away.
I'm glad they don't have kids tethered to that ball.
Yes,
We'd have some kids flying across the Wenatchee Valley. As we sweep our glance up Orondo Avenue, next up we have the Kai Fighting Concepts. They've been Wenatchee's family martial arts center since 1997. They've been training for children, teens, and adults, and they've got their dragon as well. Fighting sticks.
Oh, there's that dragon.
There's the dragon. I just love anything where kids can get involved to teach them self-discipline.
Yes. And get physically fit.
And
at the
get
same
physically
time,
fit
which
at
is
the
so
same
important.
time. Absolutely.
On your screen now, we have the Sultan Middle School Marching Band. They would like to thank the Apple Blossom Committee for providing the Junior Apple Blossom Parade. We have enjoyed 6 years of marching in the parade and appreciate everyone's support of us. So from Sultan, Washington, please welcome the Sultan Middle School Marching Band.
We have the middle school this week, and then next week I think we usually get the Sultan High School
yes,
band
we do.
here as well.
They are usually on our list.
So listen in to the Sultan band as they come by. A reminder, we're coming to you live from the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade here on the NCWLIFE channel, and our broadcast brought to you in part by Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso on Highway 97 north of Orondo. Also by Mary Maids, relax, it's done. By Schmidt Electric, serving the West since 1960. Taco Shava in the Mall and in Eniat. And Golfer's Edge, moving to the Highlander in June. Thanks for joining us along with Julie Agins-Kuntz. I'm Eric Granstrom here live on Channel 12 on Local Tel, on 19 on Charter, over the air at 47.1, on Facebook right now, streaming live. And who do we have here next, Julie?
It looks like this must be Columbia Valley Community Health. The entry has youth dressed up in doctor lab coats with stethoscopes and give away to their mascot. So promoting health for our valley, Columbia Valley Community Health, and those future medical doctors. Look at them. Aren't they cute?
What am I smelling now? That's just,
well, I was just going to
it's
say, it
killing me.
is just
Killing me.
my stomach is
Something
growling.
across the way from the
Yes,
food fair.
it
And talk about
smells
them
heavenly.
apples. How about that apple?
That's a huge
in the back
apple.
of that pickup truck.
And it's glittery. It's
It's a lot of
very
paper
awesome.
mache and a lot of glitter. How many gallons of glitter went into that one? I feel the sunshine.
I do too. Hopefully it stays.
So next up, I believe we have, is this the Central Washington All-Star Cheer?
It's what it looks
See? No, it looks like Weinstein Beverage. I know we did
Okay.
have a cancellation here.
Okay.
So it looks like it's the Dew car. But I think, is that Central Washington All-Star Cheer in front
Maybe
of them?
they came back and
Girls on the Run. Well, we'll give credit to the Girls on the Run as they
Yes.
cheer their way down the
Yes.
parade route. And welcome them in their hot pink shirts.
Yes.
Gotta love that.
Girls on the Run. Love their
Okay.
T-shirts.
Yeah, I do too. And then, of course, the Dew Car. Pepsi, the official beverage of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, serving the Wenatchee Valley and all of north central Washington for over 80 years. Your local beverage company, Weinstein Beverage, invites you to Pepsi-Cola Youth Day. It's coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Celebrate our youth with games, activities, and entertainment. That all gets underway 11 o'clock noon-ish in
I
there.
want to say about 11-ish.
Yes.
Yes. And it's all free, so come on down. Right now on your screen, you should see Central Cascade Pop Warner League football and cheerleading. They're located in East Wenatchee. You can sign up your children now to kick off their 2018 season, ages 5 to 15 years old. You can go to ccpwl.org. Go Rams.
There's been some, controversy about health and safety of kids, and the thing is about that, Mom and Dad, is make sure they are getting the correct instruction
Yes,
early,
yes.
and Pop Warner is the place to get
It is the place.
You like that little public service?
I love that. It was
announcement right
wonderful.
there? Yes. Well, being a formal football guy
Yes, you
myself,
have to say
I have
that.
to, help promote the sport. Gave me so much.
Yes.
Appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast here today on Facebook as we stream live. And the thing about Facebook is it's there forever then, right?
I think
So they're
so.
watching this for the, the kids get back home or they get back to the hotel and hey, that's still there. It's still on. So after Pop Warner, I think we have another band and drill team coming our way. It is the Pioneer Middle School Marching Band and Drill Team. Marching band consists of 66 members and is under the direction of drum majors Storm Hedman and Finley Otley and director Aaron Luber. The Pioneer Drill Team consists of 50 members and is led by Captains Trinity Gonzalez, Erica Barboza, Lindsay Blakeney, Mia Miller, Yuri Velasquez, Gracie Mullen, Daphne Frank, and coaches Julie Parker and Gabby Rowland. I got to go back to Finley Otley and Storm Hedman.
I love
Those are
the
some of
name
the best
Storm.
names in the history of names.
That's awesome. I was thinking that as you read them.
Let's listen in to the Pioneer Middle School Marching Band here during the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade. Love it when we have our local schools that participate in the Kai's Fibre Youth
Yes.
Parade, showing school spirit.
Yes.
Is the Girl Scouts coming our way?
It looks like they are. Representing today are the Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho Council. Our local troops are from Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, Waterville, and Leavenworth. Girl Scouts offer every girl a chance to practice a lifetime of leadership, adventure, and success. Girl Scouting builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. We are all together awesome because of local community support and your purchase of, you ready, Eric? Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, darn, twist my arm.
Oh, no, thank you so much. I was a Girl Scout. I was a brownie and a Girl Scout. Great organization.
Next up, we have the RAC Kids demonstrating just a taste of the fun to be had with 100 days of summer membership. Karate for kids, tennis, swim team, multi-sport camps, kids dance, youth yoga, and much more. Join the fun at the RAC this summer where they play every day. That's the Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club. Get them started young.
Yep.
And keep them going.
Yes.
Then that metabolism will never stop, right?
I hope so. Well, had I known that.
Our broadcast today on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by our good friends at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. Come find your treasure. Also by Apple Valley Honda, home of the lifetime warranty. And by Automoca. What's your Automoca emergency? And Allville Fruit Company, where passion meets flavor.
Well, here's my alma mater. They're first, second, and third grade. Columbia Elementary. Their students, staff, and families are having fun, cheering on the Apple Blossom Festival and answering the parade theme, how do you like them apples? With how do we like them? How do we like them? Rah, rah, rah. Happy Apple Blossom, everyone, from all the kids and staff and students at Columbia Elementary School.
Now, you talk about some bright colors.
They are bright.
Yellow skirts, white tops, and those orange or yellow? I guess that's a yellow pom-pom.
Yeah,
orangish yellow?
Orangish, yeah.
Sunshine.
Sunshine, or I would say husky gold, but you know.
Oh, there you go.
Had to throw that one in there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
That is some bright pom-poms, that's for sure.
Well, that's our first dog. I hadn't seen a dog yet in the parade, so there we go.
That was the first one I saw, too. Look at all the parents involved as well, helping the kids down the parade route. Love that. Next up, can you guess what TV show this band loves? The Clovis Point Intermediate Marching Band, a group made up of some of the most dedicated and talented 7th graders in the band program. Please enjoy as they perform their rendition of the SpongeBob SquarePants theme. Uh-oh, we're not going to get it right here, though.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to know when to play, even if there is an apple on the apple.
That's true. That's true. Hey, kids, do you know what time it is? I know SpongeBob
It's
SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants,
Well, now
yes.
they're doing it as they got past us.
Well, I hear horns honking. The truck, this is a waste management. The truck will visit your home or business every week. They're your answer for waste, recycling, and composting services with their beautiful new Think Green trucks. Waste Management is a longtime sponsor of Apple Blossom. Make sure to wave to your driver. That was a mouthful for me.
That was. That's
Well, I must have a lot of waste in my mouth, so I need Waste Management to come clean it up, maybe. I'm not sure.
Next up, Town Toyota Center is celebrating its 10th anniversary this October. Wenatchee Amateur Hockey Association members, Wenatchee Figure Skating Club, and Learn to Skate users are here today. Come celebrate the 10th anniversary in October with How Do You Like Them Apples? Mm-hmm. Town Toyota Center, of course, hosting the final weekend of Wenatchee Wild hockey this weekend, and we got to give a shout out to our Wild,
yes.
the BCHL champions. Here is Wolfie, and there's the cup. The cup has made it. The Fred Page Cup is here in the back of the Wild's truck from the Town Toyota Center.
Wow.
And they play again tonight, 7:05 against Spruce Grove. They won last night in overtime.
Wow.
Go Wild and take on the Doyle Cup, and then they could win the whole Canadian championship, a national championship. You kidding me?
That would be amazing. Would be
fantastic.
Amazing.
WAHA is the Wenatchee Amateur Hockey Association, known as the Wenatchee Wild Junior, or Wenatchee Junior Wild, I should say. Area's hockey association provides instruction and games to players 4 through 18. Players on the ice 4 days a week practicing, so it's really involved.
Yes. And are we looking at our Douglas County Fire District number 2 mini pumper? This was a wrecked 1957 VW delivery van, which was rebuilt by Don Lloyd, who was a retired assistant chief at the Wenatchee Fire Department. And it was donated to Douglas County Fire number 2. The Douglas County Fire District Volunteer Association refurbished it. And look at it now.
Let's listen in to the Quincy Hawks Marching Band, comprised 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students from Quincy Junior High and Monument Elementary School in Quincy, under the direction of Mr. Michael Silk. They ask as you clap your hands and stomp your feet as they march and play Grenade and Hand Clap.
Wow.
Thanks, Quincy, for being part. You talk about a booming community. Quincy is really booming.
It really is. Up next, we have the North Central Regional Library. Join the summer reading program this summer and earn prizes just for reading. Would you love to see an updated library, Wenatchee? Send your donation to the Friends of the Wenatchee Public Library to make it a reality. For more information, go to WPL, that must be Wenatchee Public Library campaign.org. And I'm thinking I have a friend, Katie, out there walking with them. So, Katie, if you're there, hello. Support a library, read a book or two.
Or
right?
15 or 20 and then earn a prize.
There you go.
Right?
I used to love the bookmobile.
We have a new sponsor on the NCWLIFE channel, the Yield Bookshop.
Oh,
and
awesome.
we just finished a commercial for them, and the joke was, a book? They still have those things? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
And you can take them anywhere, and you don't need Wi-Fi service. You don't need cell service.
And they do still fit in your purse if you're a girl, or your man purse if you're a guy. So
in my fanny pack?
In your fanny pack.
I heard fanny packs are back, by the way.
They are. I
don't know if that's a good thing.
Not even going there. Not even going there.
There's the bookmobile. Okay, next up we have Ready, Set, Growl. Or no, Grow.
Well, a growl would be
like
fun
growl.
too. It does
Yeah.
look like growl. 6.
Preschool is for ages 2.5 to 5 years old. Be a part of giving your child the opportunity to build a foundation during this important development time. Play, explore, and grow together, or you can growl together too.
Sure.
That is Ready, Set, Grow Preschool.
I love the decorated wagons.
Well, and look at that, they turned them into tractors.
That
I
is
love that.
amazing.
Is that Mason and Danielle? There we go. Oh, that's a lot of work gone into that.
They look like John Deere tractors too.
They do.
You know,
They got
that's
that John
pretty
Deere
awesome.
green.
Yes.
Mhm.
Up next, we have St. Paul's Lutheran School and Band. Here comes an apple bin of St. Paul's Lutheran School and Band students. Our kids are a bounty of homegrown local varieties, bursting with spirit and pride, honoring our apple heritage with vintage labels and growing today's latest crop by tomorrow's Christian leaders. How about them St. Paul's Lutheran School apples? Way to go, St. Paul's.
Big Ford Dodge pulling their trailer down the parade route. Float, if you will.
Do they have the
They did
Skookum
a-
apple?
They did a lot of work.
They did a
on
lot.
that.
Look at the replica of the Skookum apple.
And
on
they've got
that.
the apple labels.
Yep.
On the side. That's a lot of
That
work.
was amazing.
Great
Good
job, gang.
And I like their take on the theme of this year's festival.
Oh, and they got the band coming in the next one. See, now that is smart because then you don't have to work so hard on the marching part. You just play.
Yes.
Let's listen in to the St. Paul's band. They have the themed and they're patriotic as well.
Yes.
How about that? How about them apples?
How about them apples?
Next up, it's the Columbia Junior High Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Jim Kelsey. Pleased to be part of the 2018 Junior Apple Blossom Parade coming from the Fife School District, located just east of Tacoma. Band comprised of talented 8th and 9th grade students, proud to put their marching and music skills on display for your enjoyment. Excited to be here today and hope you enjoy their performance. Welcome to the Columbia Junior High Marching Band out of Fife. Now think about that. These kids got on a bus at what, 5 o'clock this morning?
Yep.
Maybe, yeah, probably, and drove over the pass.
And hopefully
or
there was
2
no
passes.
snow.
Yeah. Well, I talked to some people that drove over the pass yesterday with this windstorm that was coming through, and they said it was scary.
Yeah.
I mean, there were trees blowing around and everything else. So glad everybody could get here today for the 2018 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival,
Yes.
Kai's Fibre Youth Parade, broadcast live on the NCWLIFE channel. I see some folks trying to play basketball as a vehicle is moving. Are you kidding me?
must be Elite Hoop Effects. They are a training and developmental basketball academy. 2 of the best trainers around have teamed up to bring a whole new level of play to North Central Washington. Coach J.D. Taylor and Coach Edward Robinson have a combined 60-plus years of experience, including playing collegiate level and overseas, coaching all ages from youth through professional, including IBA. Their knowledge and ability to teach the game is like no other. EAG is for boys and girls of all ages from kindergarten and up, and all skill levels from beginning to elite.
There's Coach JD.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I have difficulty getting a basketball into a hoop, much less on a moving target. A moving hoop. Oh.
Yeah, JD's trying to offer a chance to shoot a basketball to the moving target. Yeah. Uh-huh. I could have made one from up here, Julie.
Well, yes, but it's still moving.
Yeah, no, not with it moving.
Yes.
No, and it probably would have taken me about 35 chances.
And I believe there is a 3-on-3 tournament coming up next week in the Rugrat tournament.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Also, we've got the Washington Eagles from Washington Elementary School, kindergarten through 5th grade. Excited to be part of the Apple Blossom Youth Parade here today. And welcome to the Washington Elementary School. Kids, for being here. Dabbing for your pleasure.
Kids after my own heart.
And it gives us a little moment here to remind you that our broadcast coverage here today brought to you by Bay Equity Home Loans, your home for loans. Boswell's Home Furnishings, your vision is their passion. Also by Collins Fashion in downtown Wenatchee. Lone Pine Fruit Espresso on Highway 97 north of Rondo. Also our coverage today, a presentation of Merry Maids. Relax, it's done. And by Schmidt Electric, serving the West since 1960. And Tacos Shava in the mall and in Antioch in Golfer's Edge. Ed Payne and the gang moving from their location where they've been for quite a while, moving up to the Highlander in June. So keep that in mind. They're still in business, just going to be out of the Highlander golf course in East Wenatchee.
Well, we've got a little bit of a tease, and now coming into view is the Wenatchee School of Karate, who have been serving the Valley since 1994, teaching traditional Japanese karate to students of all ages, starting at 3 years old. Karate is excellent for learning self-defense and keeping physically fit. It's also a great way to help your child's confidence, self-control, discipline, and self-esteem.
They do a great job. They've been around the Valley for quite a while now.
Yes.
And again, keeping kids active, keeping kids doing something. And it really takes a lot of focus and commitment to earn your belts in karate. And we thank the Wenatchee School of Karate for their dedication to the kids, not just for the kids to follow a program, but for their dedication to teach the young bodies and minds here of our kids in North Central Washington. You notice the sun came out, Julie.
I did notice that.
We were wondering, but glad to have you here today. And if you're not able to be here today, we hope you can join us next Saturday for the Still Milk Growers Grand Parade. It starts at 11 o'clock next Saturday, and we'll have that live for you here on the NCWLIFE channel. And Julie, do I see another band?
I think we do. This must be the Manson Middle School Marching Band, the Spartan Marching Band. They are proud to make the Wenatchee Apple Blossom Youth Parade an annual experience. This year, the band is marching to the music of Bruno Mars. The band is led by director Matt Brown. Please enjoy.
Is it obvious to say that Bruno Mars is very popular among the youngsters?
Yes. And he must have some pretty good arrangements that translate well into band songs, because many schools have used his music.
Played trumpet in junior high school, and we had a few parades that we marched in. The hardest thing is when they wanted to have you start doing things with your horn other than play it.
It can be difficult. I played the flute, 7th and 8th grade band.
Next up, we've got the Newberry students wearing the T-shirts from their fund run, and it was held April 20th. Notice the sponsors on the back of the t-shirts. They wanted to thank them for their support. The students are celebrating learning and having fun. Celebrate a variety of apples they have in their box. And here today, enjoying the greater Wenatchee community, is John Newberry Elementary School. And you see one of the dads carrying that flag in his backpack.
Oh, that's awesome.
In this wind, he's getting a workout.
Sneaking up right behind them is Apple Valley Gymnastics. They offer birthday parties and open gyms for all ages. They also offer both recreational and competitive classes for all skill levels. Their classes run year-round for boys, girls, and adults. They have very positive, energetic coaches along with amazing gymnasts. Apple Valley Gymnastics. I'm smelling food again.
It's
Eric.
garlic. Isn't it garlic?
Yes, it's like roasted garlic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which goes with everything.
Mm-hmm. See, and it's perfect with the location here, other than we have to ride a scissor lift from Star Reynolds down to the ground to get any chance at any food at all. But right here at Memorial Park, across from Memorial Park, and all of the food vendors that are here with the food fair, participating in the 2018 Apple Blossom Festival, the 99th Washington State Apple Blossom
Isn't that
Festival.
something?
Yes. By the way, you're going to see camera guys all over the place because they're doing a documentary.
Yes, we are.
On the Apple Blossom Festival,
Yes.
all primed up for the 100th anniversary here next year. Next up, I think we have the... Do we have...
Well, we had Chelan Douglas County Service Association, I believe, but I'm...
There they are.
Yeah,
There they are. Focused on early childhood education and family support, the CDCSA serves over 500 children in Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, Cashmere, Peshastin, and Orondo. CDCSA connects children and families to resources and community services, ensuring every child has the resources to start kindergarten ready to learn. They've got their school bus.
So cute.
Best of the bunch, it says on the side there, with the apple varieties. Now we've got the mariachi.
There they are. Please welcome the award-winning Wenatchee School District Mariachi Program, made up of 100 of students district-wide. This music program has been nationally recognized this year in Washington, D.C. by the Speaker of the House. This folk art program of mariachi music keeps traditions alive in the Wenatchee Valley. Today's program is led by seniors Margarita Villa and Pilar Corvus. My Spanish is not very good, I apologize.
But theirs is very good.
Yes,
and
it's
the
very
music is
good.
even better.
Yes.
So hopefully we get to listen in through the microphone
Yes.
to hear some of the mariachi music as they strum their way by. And Ramon Rivera, the director of the mariachi program, is just fantastic.
He truly is, and has such a servant's heart. He's just so inspirational.
Next up, we have the Children's Gate Montessori School, started in the Wenatchee Valley in 1980. They have an infant and toddler Montessori program and an early childhood program for ages 3 to 6. The Children's Gates love eating fresh homegrown apples every day. Like the very hungry caterpillar, Montessori transforms children into exceptional people.
They're cute.
That's a gorgeous float with
Yes.
kids on the back, and mom and dad on the back, maybe grandma on the back of that as well.
Next up, we had the Wee Wildcats preschools. Kids from the Wee Wildcat program that's run at Eastmont High School. Today, the Wee Wildcats preschool superheroes of the future are riding in style in these rolling apple bins. So here they come. Oh, there's some superheroes. I see one right there. Is that the Hulk?
Yep, got the fists.
Yes.
Hulk do Hulk.
Okay.
Flash Gordon. Is that Flash
Yeah.
Gordon right there?
Looks like Flash.
Yeah, yeah. And I see a Wenatchee Wild
Well, they're superheroes.
Well, there we go. Yeah,
Our own local superheroes.
absolutely. They used to have the apple bin races over in East Wenatchee at Eastmont Park. Do they still do that? I think there were so many injuries.
I would think
I am one of them who was injured doing
liability-wise,
that.
probably no longer.
Next up, we have the Little Miss Wenatchee Natural Beauty Pageant for girls ages 15 and under, focusing on pride in our community. The girls spend the year volunteering throughout the Wenatchee Valley and raising money for Relay for Life. It's the Little Miss Wenatchee program.
Awesome.
They've got that wave down early.
Yes, they do.
The wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow. Apple tree behind the young ladies on the back of that.
Yes.
And we're almost to the end of the parade,
We
Julie.
are. Hard to believe. And last but not least, please welcome the Eastmont Junior High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Aaron Smith.
Now today, not such a bad day to wear black.
No, today's probably a good day to keep some of the heat from the sun in.
And following our final band, we have Chelan County Fire District 1. The 2008 water tender proudly being driven by volunteer Isaacson. This water tender carries 2,000 gallons of water used to supplementing water supply for the brush trucks on wildland fires. And we've already had some brush fires so early this year, and we just cross our fingers and hope that it's not going to be a long year, but I have a feeling it will be. And unfortunately, these vehicles like this are going to be used a lot this summer and into the fall here in north central Washington. And the parade is over.
It is.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Hard to believe it went by that quickly. And as folks will start gathering and crossing the street and filtering into Memorial Park and getting ready for the entertainment on the stage. And don't forget Youth Day tomorrow.
Youth Day tomorrow.
Presented by Pepsi.
Yes.
That starts at about 11 o'clock. And fun to bring the kids down for that as they fill the park full of activities for the kids. And then it's art in the park. And then we've got so many things happening in Memorial Park here in downtown Wenatchee. During the 2018 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Hi there once again as we come to you from the top of Bella Bistro here on the roof here. And see, what did I say? I said the parade's going to be over, the sun's going to be out, everybody's going to be heading towards Memorial Park and the food fair. And that's exactly what happened. I don't get paid for my prognostications, by the way. Again, a reminder that we will be coming to you live from the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade next Friday on Grant Road in East Wenatchee. Grant Olson and Brent Crowder will bring you that particular broadcast. And then Julie and I will be back again next Saturday for the Milk Growers Grand Parade here on the NCWLIFE channel. And as we have a moment, let me again thank our many sponsors for helping us to bring you the broadcast here today. The Antique Mall at Cashmere is something for everyone. 15,000 square feet to explore. You'll find antiques and collectibles open every day, 9 to 7. Come find your treasure today. Also, stop by Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee, where every new Honda comes with a lifetime warranty. Like them on Facebook and also find them at applevalleyhonda.com. What is your Auto Mocha emergency? Get your day going and stay going at any one of 6 Auto Mocha stands around our valley. Hot drinks, cold drinks, breakfast. Stop in at Auto Mocha and find your Auto Mocha emergency. Also, 90 years now, Allville Fruit Company has been serving the fruit needs of north central Washington, really, and the world. Continues to deliver top dessert quality fruit to its consumers all over the world. Allville Fruit, where passion meets flavor. Our broadcast today also brought to you in part by Bay Equity Home Loans. They understand your working schedule. Their hours are your hours. If you have any questions regarding the home loan process, call 888-0466 Bay Equity Home Loans. Your home for loans. Also, Boswell's Home Furnishings, something for any room of your home, your cabin, your apartment. Boswell's complimentary design service will help you because your vision is their passion. Also, happy spring from Collins Fashions. They're so ready for your lifestyle event or vacation time. Find your style and be pampered all at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee. And Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso in the heart of Apple Country on Highway 97. Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso, cafe-style deli, fresh shakes, local wines, in-season fruit, open daily. Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso. I've got 4 more.
Okay. This is a long
No,
list.
I know, and I love it because
It's wonderful.
we had to come up and pay for her, lofty salary to do this broadcast. So.
My rider was quite long this year. My expectations.
Our sponsorship also includes Mary Maids, serving the Greater Wenatchee Valley since 1998. Their cleaning services are thorough, consistent, and customized. Call Mary Maids today, 663-1710. Relax, it's done. And by Schmidt Electric and Automation Systems, serving the Pacific Northwest since 1960. Contact them for any of your electrical needs at Schmidt Electric and Automation Services. In the mall and in Enid, you'll find Tacos Shava. You'll love the fresh, authentic flavors at Tacos Shava. Try their new camarones in many styles or tradition favorites like carne asada. That's Tacos Chavas. Try them today. And Golfer's Edge moving in June. Ed and Tonya would like to thank you for the decades of support. Ed will continue to offer club repair and lessons at Highlander Golf Course. Stop on by as they make that move in June. Well, Julie,
we did
it's been fun once again. What they don't know happens behind the scenes. They don't need to know.
It was a morning, wasn't it?
It was. And we certainly hope that you enjoy the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. We're officially day 4 now today, right, of the 11-day festival?
Yes.
No. Day 3 is started on Thursday. It's just the third day of the festival. So enjoy the rest of the festival, and be sure and keep popping back once in a while here to the NCWLIFE channel for coverage of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. What's happening during the week? We've got the All-Service Club Luncheon. We've got the golf tournament coming up. So many things happening throughout the week. And then, of course, next weekend with the Classic Chassis Parade on Friday. We've got the huge bike race that happens downtown. That's all part of it as well, the Tour de Bloom. And then, of course, the Milk Growers Grand Parade, really the culmination of things next Saturday as we celebrate the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Always fun to do these with you.
Yes, lovely
Thank
to
you
do it
so
with you
much.
as well, Eric.
And thanks to our cast as well here. We need to thank Becca Freemuth, who's been handling things back in the studio, to Brandon Walls and to Tucker Wagner, who've been taking care of things here in the van locally. Also, thanks to Jessica Medina, who's been running around like crazy. We've got Rachel Sullivan here. We've got Megan McPherson here. We've got Dan Kuntz here. We've got Jonathan Mandelis here. I'm telling you, it was a cast of 10s that made the broadcast possible here today. And we need to thank one more time around Nancy's Party Rentals and Sales for providing us the coverage, literally, of putting the canopy over our heads here to keep us from the weather, whether it's sun or the rain. And we didn't get the rain, so that was good. And we're getting a little sunshine right now. And also thanks to Star Rentals for providing the scissor lift to get Dan up there and get us up here, as well as our gear and everything else. And a huge thank you to the gang at Bella Bistro for providing us the roof upon which we bring you the broadcast of the 2018 Kai's Fibre Youth Parade. Julie, thank you very much for your help.
I'll see you next Saturday.
We'll do it again next Saturday right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Have a great afternoon and happy Apple Blossom Festival. How about them apples?
Thanks for watching this special broadcast of the Kai's Fibre Youth Parade on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast was made possible by these fine sponsors: Lone Pine Fruit and Espresso, The Golfer's Edge, Auto Mocha, Bay Equity Home Loans, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Apple Valley Honda, The Allville Fruit Company, Mary Maids, The Antique Mall in Cashmere, Collins Fashions, Schmidt Electric, and Tacos Shava. Special thanks goes out to Star Rentals for the use of the scissor lift, and our friends at Bella Bistro for the use of their facilities. Please make a point to join us on Friday, May 4th at 6:30 in the evening for exclusive live coverage of the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade, and on Saturday, May 5th at 11 a.m. for live coverage of the Milk Growers Grand Parade, right here on the NCWLIFE channel.